Hello, everybody. It's week 6 here for ECAC, and it's round 5 for Valorant. It's Pink joined alongside Wes one more time. We got a matchup between Minnesota State University Mankato versus the University at Buffalo. We're in Division A Group 3, and I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, I am too. I think that once again it could be a very close match based on their past matches so far.
Yeah, these are the third and fourth place teams respectively in their group. So they're fighting for that top 4 spot. They can't really take a loss here. We could go over like kind of what the matchup predictions are. I think personally Mankato has a nice win over Purdue 2-1 that University of Buffalo does not have. They lost 0-2 to Purdue. So that's kind of the main thing that's separating these two teams. When they met that Purdue squad, though, that was only week 1. So you could kind of say maybe there wasn't chemistry there and Purdue was getting into things and they got better as the season went on. We don't know.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, I think that as we were saying that have that fight, they're right next to each other, fighting for that playoff spot. Both teams are probably going to be really gunning for this win this week, a little
Yeah.
bit more than we usually see.
Yeah. Now, do you think we're finally going to see a map 3 on stream? Because it has not happened
I
yet.
I do hope so because my personal favorite map, Haven, that we see all the time though, is map 3. But honestly I can't get enough of it. So I really do hope so.
Yeah, well, let's talk about our map picks. We have Ascent, Abyss, and Haven if we need it. Ascent was picked by MNSU. Abyss was selected by University at Buffalo, and then Haven was the last one left after bans. MNSU is going to start on attack on Ascent, which makes sense to me. Since they selected the map, I mean, if you're University at Buffalo, you want to start on defense. It's the stronger side. And these are all maps that we've already seen. We kind of know what these teams like to play. But we're going to go into agent select now and see what they got going on.
Yeah, I mean the meta for Ascent is pretty set up, so already seeing a little bit of that right coming in right off the bat. But we saw a hovering Reyna for a minute, which is a little unorthodox, but it's gone once again. So seemingly just pulling out the meta this time around.
Yep, it's a pretty stagnant meta, one that I don't think is probably going to change anytime soon. Unluckily for us viewers, I know a lot of people think that Ascent's a boring map to watch, but it all comes down to playstyle at the end of the day. That's how each team decides to go at things. And
Yeah,
yeah, it's definitely a fundamental based map. You know, if you're good at the game, you're good. It's not a super complicated one to play around. So it really comes down to how well you can utilize that utility.
definitely, definitely. Yeah, we are seeing a bit of a Sentinel diff here with a difference here with KJ versus Cypher, both of whom can really hold down sites. You know, those that very typical Sentinel move.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a different look. Usually you always see the KJ on Ascent. That lockdown is super powerful. But Cypher has been played in the past, and he's in a bit of a strong spot right now, so it's not necessarily the most surprising pick, but it's still off meta nonetheless.
Yeah, yeah, we've seen a lot of Cypher this year, um, being played. So I'm definitely not surprised for that. Being able to use him on different maps, even if he's not part of the main meta that we see. I think he's definitely a strong, very strong agent though, especially on this map, able to lock down the site even without that KJ lockdown.
We're getting into pistol round here. It looks like a mid split is what we're going to see from this first round coming out of Minnesota State University. My bad. Wrong M State. Yeah, smoke down mid, camera sitting catwalk. Cass is going to start pushing up towards that archway.
Here.
Space cap of that jump peak from Zoltaria is going to at least get some recognition. Sees the barrel of the ghost. Flash comes through, but Zoltaria is holding it perfectly. Zag in a bit of an awkward spot. Cut off from the rest of his team's got to walk away. And, oop, caught with the flash out. Cass evens the numbers back up. Tied up here early. Three players stuck up top catwalk. Smokes go down. We're at a bit of a stalemate.
Cover going out.
Fine, big pick from MO. The entrance of A, and there we go. Head start rolling. So was Minnesota State University. The Mavericks going to get the plant down, have a 4v2 advantage here in the pistol round. Yes, sir, gets one. That's all he will find. Getting traded out. Now post plant's position is being taken up. KJ sitting up having Dark Cube. A very difficult spot to find these 1v1 Zag jump peek. Position identified.
Here.
No reason to swing here. Man advantage, it's pistol round. It's not like anything crazy is going to happen. Dark Cube drops down and Zag cleans the round up. Pretty simple pistol from Mankato. Mavericks, though, in a good spot early in this game.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think played together really well, despite being a bit pinched there at the top of mid for a bit. They're able to pull it back.
Yeah. Well, let's
Really.
do
It's a little slow plays here, but you know, definitely a good round for Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get as many attack rounds as you can. Sometimes we've seen this defense side map flip towards attack side. It's all weird out here. I mean, we are in Tier 3 Valorant. It's not necessarily like we're playing with the pros. They're all very talented. So it's going to come out onto the back of B site. KJ trying to pick, but they have pistols. This Jet with a Vandal. Actually, there's 2 rifles in the hands. They're feeling very confident. Yes, sir, takes down the Jet, sitting in Boathouse. Might find a second. No, Sympathy picks it up with the Sheriff. It took a little bit of time. One's still sitting in the entrance of main. They might find a good timing. There it is. Memo gets 2. Fukuro finally evens it up, or gets the trade. It's a 3v1. Full health to work with. Players on the side of MNSU kind of low, but with only a Ghost in hand and 2 Vandals, it'd be almost impossible. Time ticking down here. Fukuro, maybe just playing for exits instead. Yeah, here they go. Here's the footsteps. Sympathy swings. Shot landed, gets 2 of them. Hey, that's good damage for
Yeah.
University at Buffalo.
That's one rifle down for sure that they, you know, had spent on a little bit of a econ pinch now. But I mean, when you win those pistol rounds, forcing that by, hoping to get just another round down, as we say, like the defense heavy map, trying to get those attack wins in when they can, just making that call to force by those rifles early on and hopefully keep that edge.
Yeah, well, now they're at a big economic disadvantage going into their bonus round, only carrying over that Vandal from the last round. So the Bulls in a good spot here to take this one. Looks like another mid-split is going to be the play. Got 2 kind of outside A, walking up slow. One keeping control of B main, and 2 players starting to poke their heads out towards mid. Smoke's going to drop from the archway. Back to tiles. First engagement taken by HCK's Altaria with the flash for himself. Caged off. Spam through, but somehow gets away with his life. Fukuro gets picked off somewhere. I think that's in tree, and Zaltaria is trying to get away. It's going to be tough, but oh my. Yes, sir, and Dark Cube. Even numbers back up. Cypher Cam pings 1, but Spike is going to go down one way or another. Yes, sir. Shock Dart for damage. Finds the headshot as well. Dark Cube and Yes, sir. Solid retakes comboing together. It's a 1v1. Zag versus Dark Cube. The swing. Nice shots from Zag. And they win their bonus. Huge start for the Mavs.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, incredible work there, bringing it back from that 2v1 to a 1v1 and able to really use that gun that they carried over. I think that one was carried over from last round. I mean, you know, really able to get that round. I mean, 3 rounds right off the bat, pistol bonus, and, you know, had that force buy right there in the middle. Really working out for them so far. Maybe this is just their map.
I mean, it was their pick, and they're showing us why right now. It's dash over the top. I like this play from Fukuro. It's aggressive, but they're on an eco. Why not go for it? They're just going to tuck in the garage. I don't know if they know that Sympathy's here. The swing is really slow. A lot of missed shots. Sir Picked up one off top mid though. Knows where Zag is, with HCK gonna clean it up. Protect his teammate. Aldo comes through mid. Whiteout finds one. Nice positioning from him.
One enemy
It's getting a little bit sketchy. Whiteout's pinned though. It's a 3v1. Yeah, it's not gonna matter. HCK nice 3k that round. Bring the lead to 4.
I really do appreciate those aggressive plays, even on the econ. We've seen those work out really well in the past, and unfortunately wasn't enough this time. But I mean, on those econ rounds, just pushing up as best you can to really get that right off the bat, get those kills right off the bat, and pulling it into a timeout. I mean, we've always seen, I said it before last week, but we always see that timeouts seem to really tip the scales and break the momentum of the team that's usually winning rounds in a row.
Yeah, I mean, they've been very effective so far when we've seen them used throughout this season. But the University of Buffalo really needs to figure something out now. If they lose this one, they're going to be back on a broke economy. And they're already
Yeah.
down 4. I mean, this is a pretty bad defensive half to begin
Yeah.
with.
I mean, we've seen it being brought back from worse before, but I mean, not a great start. Must really be hard on morale currently.
Yep. I don't know what they're discussing right now. What do you think they need to change?
I think it's a little bit about timing when their jet pushed in right there, kind of hesitated on a shot that might have been able to get that frag early on.
Yeah, I've also seen players separated from each other. They've just not been trading very well, if at all.
Yeah, playing together is super important, especially in this situation when you're so low down.
Big change here is there's an operator in the hands of Jet. Fuguro trying to make things happen themselves, but unfortunately it's going to go back to B. There's the Hunter's Fury going towards Woodhouse. Tags one. Yesser gets away. Fuguro finally finds one with the op. To pick mid, the Lurker dead. Sympathy and HCK causing so much havoc. Okay, interesting Hunter's Fury. Very close, but it works out so well. Dark Cube finds 3 on sight. Sova and KJ locked down perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, unorthodox, but when it works, it works. I mean, right there towards the end, after that Hunter's Fury came out, really tipped the scales back into their favor, and making them able to secure that round.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was.
Here.
I don't think it was intended to be a distraction for Dark Cube, but it ended up
Right.
being that way because when your Hunter's Furying that close to the players that are running at you, they're just gonna hone in on you immediately. So Dark Cube found a lot of value off of it. Fuguro again posted up on tree. They smoked this one off. They know where he's playing from. Spam from Sympathy to try to catch him out, but Fukuro's long gone. It's another mid split. They've been doing this kind of all day,
Get out of
shoving
my
players
way.
up cat, and it's worked really well for him. Effectively taking space and finding picks as they need. Why not just jiggle picking mid? Not in a tradable spot. Yeah, a little bit isolated. Cast kind of finding exactly where they are and now.
Bomb grenade out.
We're heading towards B. Fusin in main. Shots fired. A little damage landed. KJ Molly's delaying the push for now, allowing rotates to come over. Both playing off-site this time. Different look from the last round. Here comes the execute dash towards switch. Gonna get that mid door closed. Zag has to turn off the ult, but it identified exactly where Yesser was, allowing the cleanup to come through. Now they're on site for basically free. It's gonna be a 4v5 post plant.
Planted.
See, Buffalo hasn't been able to convert from this position yet. Sympathy Shock Dart finds Fukuro. That's the operator down. And Zag finds Whiteout as well. It's starting to fall apart. No. Playing from that main position. Whiffs a lot of shots, but it doesn't matter. Teammates come through, clean it up.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a very slow push onto B site, you know, keeping that from that mid split to B main push, like very slow, but worked out in their favor despite the fact that the rotates were able to come over. You know, just being able to work out in that situation, very good. I mean, I think that Buffalo is bit missing their shots lately that we've been seeing. So definitely working out in Minnesota's favor.
Yeah, the mechanics not really too warm up right now. Maybe they just need to use this game to kind of, I don't know, deathmatch practice. Oh, Fukuro, though, has looked solid so far and is found, too, off this extremely aggressive start. Just running out of Garage. Okay, but the op in the hands of HCK looking doubly as lethal. He finds 2 of his own. Battle of the Jets right now at the beginning of this 7th round. Spike down in mid, but that's where all 3 attacking players are currently located. The Mavericks pinned down right now, but they're going to find the right call, and that's go over to A, where there's not a single defending player. Spike down from Zag. CK trying to hold Heaven. Push in the garden. Never mind, just going to rejoin players back on A. Play smart from main. Break this door down. That's going to give some info to Minnesota, but there's 2 up Heaven. Jets hooked off. HCK tries to step out at the perfect time. Good timing, yes sir. Doesn't expect 2 in hell. Whiteout's gonna have to find a nice shot with his Guardian right now. It doesn't matter. Cast. Looking clean. Yeah, just absolutely clean from him.
Yeah, I mean, so far a really incredible attack from Minnesota State. I think that this is really just a mix of really good plays from Minnesota being able to communicate and, you know, have these really good reads on Buffalo, and some unfortunate plays by Buffalo currently. Like, you know, mechanics wise, maybe just warming things up, you know, getting there slowly but surely. And just, you know, first game jitters too as well, you know.
Yeah, they're not looking too great, and they haven't won a single post plant. Soon as Minnesota State gets spiked down, it seems like it's just game over. Saltaria trades out, picks the entrance of A main. First time we've seen that happen, but at least they get one. Back towards a mid-rotate. Hill, a fake. No one rotated really. Their defense still has 2 sitting here. Whiteout's gonna spot 1. Juggle peek, flash, and get away. Try to rejoin with the Jet. Instead, smoke down, holding this position, not letting them push any further into their spawn. I don't think Cast is looking for it. Fukuro finds one traded by Zag, and now control of site is in the hands of Minnesota State one more time. They collect Spike from main. Yes sir, knows where Cast is. Nice shot. Have control of Spike again. Yes sir, swinging it off. Turret. Memo finds Whiteout. Yes sir, finds another. Look, it's kind of messy. It's a 1v1.
30 seconds.
Zag was good from this position last time, but finally Dark Cube coming up clutch when it matters. Reason why they won their first round and the reason why they won their second.
Yeah, definitely getting it back up. It's kind of shoving my words in my mouth here with some of those shots there. Really good plays by Dark Cube coming up there. You know, even with that Cypher ult, being able to just outplay Minnesota State. I don't know, I think that, you know, communication is really key here, and Minnesota is just seemingly doing it just a little bit better.
Right here. Revealing area.
I think you'd be entirely correct. Nice pick with the Outlaw from Whiteout, knowing that they're on light shields. Early numbers advantage, something that we haven't really seen University of Buffalo be able to work with. This engagement in front of A main again. This has happened almost every single round. Oh, the shots aren't perfect, but it doesn't matter. Fukuro getting away with that one. So now it's a 3v5. Should be easy to convert. Yeah, especially if they're hitting shots like that. Never mind. I'm trying to make me eat my words. No, yes sir. 3 with a Guardian. 1 headshot. Out of those 3. Whatever gets it done at the end of the day, gets it done.
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't matter the tool or the means as long as you get it there. I mean, Buffalo bringing it back, apparently finally warmed up, winning two rounds in a row, finally. Getting that momentum back in the swing.
Yeah, but you gotta think they have to win the next 3 in a row for them to really feel good about this half. I mean, not even good, just okay.
Yeah, if they can even bring it back.
Here we go, another split push. Actually, it just looks like a lurk in the Cypher. And here's the Hunter's Fury out early. Ping comes down on the Sova, and yes sir, gets cleaned up. B anchor gone, Zag back sight. Fukuro and Dark Cube finds the picks, but oh, Zag and Cass come up massive, find both players holding down this B site. Spike's gonna go down. It's a 3v2 retake. Zag's on low HP. Fukuro. Like smoking off main this time around. Too many lurkers sit there. One way's up. Forces White out to teleport across. That causes him to get caught by the knife. They know exactly where both players are positioned. Oh, nice swings from Fukuro and Whiteout, though. It's a 1v1, 30 HP on Fukuro. Sympathy, yeah, just gonna catch him as he's dropping. Perfect timing. 3v3 on the round, one with the Hunter's Fury.
I mean, you know, once again, seeing that unable to get that at once the bomb's down, really can't seem to defuse it in time. But and then now we're having a 7-3 half so far, which is really unfortunate on Ascent for the defense.
Yeah, Minnesota State just kind of walking away with it, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it was their pick. Maybe they're just really good on this map, and, you know, next being Abyss, maybe you would have less confidence.
We'll have to see. There's still a second half to be played, but you have to imagine that if the Mavericks have this good of an attacking half, their defense is going to be even better. Their post-plant calls have been nearly flawless.
Blinding.
Whiteout trying to hold down this tree position. It's been so vulnerable for the Bulls. That flash is actually enough to force them back. They're going to re-hit this. Playing extremely slow. CHZK is
Cover going out.
a lot of space towards B, but I don't think feels too comfortable walking out just yet. Here he goes right now.
One suppressed.
That's a terrible timing. The KJ just puts down turret, so HGK is able to walk all the way past the steps. And with the Bulldog, oh, doesn't find Zaltaria. They're gonna. This is a really awkward pop flash comes out, distracting enough. So Dark Cube finds HGK. That would have been a huge pick the other way if it happened. This is actually looking very good for the Bulls right now. Fukuro gets traded by Zag. It's a 2v3. Spike might get down. It's low time. 18 seconds left. Yes, sir has an opportunity to prevent this. Yeah, Hunter's Fury gonna hit the planner. Zag on half health. Blind firing 2 shots. Memo finds Dark Cube. The 2v2. Great dart from Yes, sir. Altaria finds Zag. You know the last player's hell. Just util dumping on the Memo. That's a 4th round.
Pretty good round as well, I think. You know, playing slow seemed to have worked for Minnesota State so far, but this time they were just Buffalo was able to hold them back, and instead of, you know, playing slow as something that they wanted to do, just really being forced for that plant there. Only, you know, for the Hunter's Fury to have caught that, to caught at the last second, been able to caught both of them, even if it wasn't able to actually kill either of them, able to, you know, chip away at that HP.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And it you know, good, a bit lucky that HCDK didn't find that pick onto Dark Cube and or oh my gosh, Zaltaria early in the round. They're gonna take that every day. So now it's an eco round for the Mavericks. It's gonna be an aggressive A hit. Shotgun in the hands of time the Owl drone? I don't think so. It's gonna have to step away. They know this judge is here. Be surprised to see a rotate. Whiteout holding Cat. Run into the Cypher. Jet knives on both sides, just absolutely being whiffed. Sympathy and Memo find 2 picks. Like be their way in. Zaltaria's going to stop them with the null command. They don't have utility to get on site, and that's enough for them to call the rotate. They know that everybody's over on this A site. They're going to head towards B as fast as possible. And there's a great call from the IGL for Minnesota. Oh, what a timing found by Memo. Hearing Dark Cube run away. Dark Cube's aware though, knife out! He's just playing with them a little bit, using that audio, but Sympathy is deadly as ever. Finds Yes Sir, mirror match lost. Another post-plant situation, it's a 2v4. They picked up a lot of guns, they have the firepower now. Zag might just walk into both these players though. Pop flash, but it's good spam from Sympathy. Yeah, and an easy conversion for Minnesota State University.
Switching sides.
Yeah, I mean, that was a really good last round for Minnesota State there. Almost a little bit of a whiff on Dark Cube there when Zag, it's not Zag, sorry, excuse me, Memo had his knife out.
Yeah.
There was a little scary there for a minute, but able to secure that kill, which was, you know, good in the end, but just not enough to break them.
Here we go. We finally get to flip sides here. University of Buffalo has a lot to do to make up this deficit.
Yeah, back to that, and at that disadvantage now on attack.
It's a standard look defensively from Minnesota State University. Looks like they're actually going to shift towards more of a heavy mid presence. They see the smoke mid. It's a split push. It's a 1-3-1. Spike's sitting in front of B, so that's where you expect things to end. Okay, just taking some long-range shots. Nothing landing on either side. Yester's find a decent spot all the way up tree. I don't know if Zag's aware of this. I don't know if Yester's aware that Zag's holding this. Standard position for the Omen to play, but no one seems to be too keen on trying to take this fight. Zaltaria finds a great timing too. Finally shoulder spotted, and it's going to be a good timing here. Yes, perfect from Yes Sir. Util being baited, knowing the situation, and they find themselves on A for free. Find a cast as well. Back side, Sympathy. Jump plot from Yes Sir. But it's a 3v5 retake. ECAC just trying to find any sort of damage, spamming the wall. Map is made of paper. It is Ascent. Strong post-plans positions, but Sympathy finally finds one. Traded off by Zaltaria. 3 up heaven. Nice pick from HDK, but Dark Cube and Yes Sir not letting this one go. Find the last 2 picks.
Yeah, I mean, good pistol round for University of Buffalo. Think they played that really well. Able to get that plant down even on A, you know, with that slow push. Little scary there for a minute in tree, but timed perfectly.
Yeah.
In the end.
Yeah, I mean, and they did what they needed to do. If they wanted to win this game, they had to win that pistol. But now they need to win this round as well. They're gonna force buy here. Already in the hands of Fukuro, and he finds HCK immediately. Ideal start, but here's the stack from Minnesota State. Flashes out, Molly's down, every player caught, but Fukuro, sorry, pushed all the way backside. Has a nice position in Boathouse, but a nice shot from Zag, and Sympathy with 3? Are you kidding me? 2-man stand, and they just find the Thrifty out of what seems like nowhere.
Yeah, incredible by Sympathy there. Really, wow, that, I mean, changed the scales drastically, able to secure that round for Minnesota. So happened so fast, all of a sudden 3 kills.
Is that all with a classic too? I mean, that's insane. Okay.
Incredible work.
My gun does not do that.
No, this is really where we're seeing the upper leagues.
Yeah, I mean, Sympathy's been very solid all gaming. Both Sovas on both teams have been fantastic, but that's just absolutely ridiculous. And now it's disaster for the Bulls. forced by that round. You needed to win it. You needed to not lose a lot of money, but instead you lost it. You lost all 5 members. You're broke. Just gotta make something happen here. Players poking and prodding everywhere. Fukuro gonna break some utility on that B site. Make it easier if they decide to hit back later. KJ just gonna insert themselves. That cage is used as well. CK takes up a position deep in mid. Could be exploited. Looking like they want to find a timing here and swing, and they find a good timing. There it is. Finds Altaria. Gets away with their life for free. Literally no damage taken. And Silverdart's gonna fight. Yeah, finds Fukuro as well, and he's gonna get spammed through that wall. Memo finds Dark Cube. HGK finds Fukuro. I mean, it's falling apart. Bulls, dire straights. Another perfect timing from HGK. That's 3 on the round. It's about to find a 4. Unless Whiteout finds a nice right click. Nope. 4K for HGK. Smart heads up plays all around.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota State seems to be reading them at every turn. Just really able to understand and know where these players are going to be and what they're going to do next, even.
And they're finding some perfect timings. I mean, again, GK was just sitting in that mid-spoke, waiting for some comm that something was happening catwalk. I don't even think any noise was made, just knew. Just absolute game sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, after playing enough of it, you gotta know when things are happening.
Yeah.
Incredible.
3 suppressed.
That's going to confirm that this is an A hit. See if that pulls any rotates. HCK kind of aggressively peeking mid. Dark Cube, though, finally getting some revenge. So numbers advantage for Minnesota State. Can they finally use this to get back into things? Get some momentum. That Silverdart's going to find Cast. Sit behind Dice, and somehow Zag and Cast find 2. And Zag with another. Wow, looking lethal with the Guardian.
Shadows traveling.
It looked perfectly ideal for Minnesota State, but it's just fallen apart one more time. These defensive holds have been astounding. Zach might find the 3rd now. Swing from Dark Cube. And there it is. Yep, Zag. Letting this one go away quietly, and the spam from Sympathy onto Whiteout. Just good spray.
Yeah. Just incredible game sense. Playing together as well, having that double swing just in case. Something else I want to point out is the util from both teams have been really good in this game, I feel that there's a lot of util being used and used effectively, even if it's not paying off as much for University of Buffalo. I feel like it's still being used very well by both teams.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we expect. We are in Division A. You know, we're in the top of the upper echelon of these players. I mean, right now, though, it's just the shot calling, the IGLing from Minnesota State University is almost perfect. Sitting on 11 rounds. Positions to take their 12th. Raider in the hands of HK. I think they think a player behind that box. There's not anybody there. Grow just gonna dash in, and oh my gosh, the disrespect. 2 shots with the Sheriff. That's all these players need, and now they're on site. It's the numbers advantage. Oh, this Aldron's gonna be lethal. It's gonna find Yes Sir, and Yes Sir's just gotta drop as fast as he can. Yeah, and that, wow. Great use of the nade and the shock dart to just do so much chip damage to Zag. Force him off of that swing. Can't trade things out. Find anything off of that Aldrone. All 3 players. Minnesota State sitting in heaven. Cube smoke off. They don't really have great guns to work with. Whiteout's gonna have to find a perfect swing here. You're gonna hear the drop, and Yes Sir finds 2. And the whiff shot as well. So HDK might just run away. Yeah, looks like they're just gonna save the operator. The smart decision.
Yeah, very unfortunate position to be put in that sense. You know, just not having that operator once the bomb went down, and that kind of close quarters fighting on A site. On A site, just not ideal, especially from heaven.
No, and again, could have hit that shot and probably maybe turn around, maybe get a chance to win that one.
Right. Yeah. But
they got leeway.
Yeah. Yeah. You got some wiggle room to lose a couple rounds.
That was a half buy round from the Bulls.
Cover.
So now they actually have some rifles, some heavy armor. See what they can do with it. They haven't done much so far in these positions.
You
Roll command coming out here. So quick take, quick execute on the B site. Find both players. Spike's gonna go down. Absolutely perfection. U2 combo. Shots were landed well as
Spike planted.
on top of it. I'm running out of words to say. I don't know what's going on.
I feel you.
Ah, man. Well, 3 players from CT. They're going to try to scale onto site to keep this retake. It's a 3v5. Cass is looking for this air sitting in main, trying to catch them out. But wow, yes, sir, just lands the shot perfectly. Gets traded, but it doesn't matter. They got numbers advantage. It's exactly what you want to see. Time ticking down. Position sighted for Zag. Zag not going to find anything. I think they might just call it here.
One enemy remaining.
Fukuro finds Cast, and now Zag in an awkward spot. Playing exits. Finds Fukuro, does a little bit of damage. The 2 will come away with their lives, and that's a 7th round, 2 in a row for the Bulls.
Yeah, I mean, once again, we're seeing this post-plant situation where defense can't exactly get anything done once the bomb has been placed. But, I mean, I think we're seeing really good post-plant plays. I think that both teams, once that bomb is down, they know what to do. I think very solid round by University at Buffalo.
clear to engage. Weapons hot.
You know, able to use that fast push. You know, I feel like hasn't been used all that much so far in this game, and really just caught Minnesota State off guard. Wasn't able to read that one.
Yep, oh my gosh, ECAC just screaming down mid, finds the opposing jet, the knives, landing exactly where they need to. So fantastic start for Minnesota State. They want to stop the bleeding. Okay, Aldron's going to get shot down. Yester's going to note where that Sofa was.
Take flight.
Back to market he goes. Sympathy been extremely solid throughout this game so far. Going to try to clear some space mid.
Here.
Cannon now all 4 or 5 players kind of stuck towards B to walk into this Cypher utility. Cast playing safe on A. If they can get on to B, that's where the less amount of players are.
You should run.
Calling down.
Lockdown comes down. Wait for this to tick. Memo can still play this one from CT. Once they get the smoke down. But no, the spam just finds Altaria.
30 seconds left.
3 players on site. They're gonna get spiked down. It's a 5v3 retake. There's a lot of ults on the side of Minnesota State, and here comes the first. The Hunter's Fury being used right now, and it's traded back by Yes Sirs. Doesn't land anything for either of them. Yes Sir finds Sympathy though. That's a huge pick. That's a 5v4. Zag finds Whiteout, and Zag is just running through these players right now. Yes Sir on half health. There's 4 running at him, and there's nothing you can do about it. Especially when Zag's shooting like that.
Yeah, I mean, well played by Minnesota State, able to get that post plant. As it make me eat my words once again, you know, getting that defuse right there and bringing it to match point. I mean, you know, the ult's well played there, but even if it was unable to get anyone, able to at least push them out of certain positions.
Well, timeout. It's what you expect. Either win these next 5 rounds or you're out or down a point in a best of 3, so you're on series point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just, you know, having it be match point and having it be now currently on attack on this map, just really trying to break any sort of momentum they have and any chance of winning the next round.
See what they're talking about. I mean, I think the Bulls really just need to be a little bit more organized. They've just been 5-man stacking sites the last few rounds, and it worked with them when they had that null command because the Cypher can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's just not going to work every time. The split pushes from Minnesota State University were really smart. I really liked how they were scaling up, finding these 1v1s in advantageous positions, I just haven't seen the same thing from the University of Buffalo.
No, exactly. Yeah, I think that Minnesota State is more organized this game at the very least. This game they really seem to have good communication, know what plays they're doing, and knowing where really good game sense as well. Just able to really get that read on on Buffalo.
HDK, another great read, gonna take a very aggressive stance and find it's nothing. Zaltaria, great pick. Now number advantage. I've seen them move from these positions before, but cast, I mean, absolutely blind. Tag still finds one, and Zaltaria and Fukuro get a good execute, but Memo here immediately, good rotates, fast rotates over to this A site. 2v3, Spike's not down. Dark Cube finds a great timing around the Alodrone. Sympathy is none the wiser.
Spike planted.
It's a 1v2. Who's on 30 health? As one is on switch, doesn't know where the other is located. Shoulder spotted from Yes Sir. Shock Dart would be enough to take it. Dart up now. Force a reposition here. And yeah, there you go. Yes Sir, aware of where Memo had to be. Nice spam through that box. And they got what they needed done. Timeout works out for him.
Yeah, I think that University of Buffalo probably breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief there that they didn't win at that one. Another chance this time, but very, very happy that to break that sort of momentum there.
Well, they gotta build momentum of their own. They're down 4 rounds. They need to bring this to overtime if they want a chance at all.
Yeah.
They haven't really connected more than 2, so this would be a huge ask. The buy from Minnesota State is pretty solid. And HCK,
Can't use that.
I mean, every time this man is just pressing W and just trying to find the earliest fight possible. Worked almost every single time as well. This time it finds the cage. The lurker is gone. That's your flank info too.
I mean, that's what you want
yeah.
out of your duelist.
I mean, space taken. I don't know if they're gonna spot either, but Saltaria finds Memo. They still know that one's mid. I don't know if they know that they're this close. Wow, that KO knife just missing as well. HCK is in such a good spot. Does he find the timing? Now he's flashed out. Oh wow, heads up play. Great utility usage. Bulls looking solid, but Sympathy, oh my!
Spike down mid.
Seen him win rounds by himself over and over again, and that might just be another one. Good ult from the Omen, but
30 seconds left.
he's got to come up
Spike
massive. Got to
planted.
be a great clutch. Now entirely blind and spotted behind the box. It doesn't matter. That's going to close it for map 1.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just ridiculousness. I don't know what to say. I mean,
Defenders.
with all the different timings with Jet there at HCK right there at the start, but still not enough. I mean, util dumping really good, just not enough to beat Minnesota State.
it looks like they were aware of the threat, but they didn't even consider Sympathy being around to be able to push out of main, supporting his teammate. And I mean, don't give Sympathy that time and space. We've seen him hit so many crazy shots, and that defense half alone found 2 3Ks that pretty much won them the game.
Yeah. I mean, I think that there was definitely some difference between Minnesota State and University at Buffalo, whether it be communication or time spent preparing for this game specifically. Just there is a
I think we're
fundamental
defense.
difference between the two of them.
All right, well, it looks like we need a second. We might take a little bit of a quick break. Queen maps. Not 100% sure.
Players.
We're gonna
Abyss.
go to we're gonna go to Abyss next.
The newest edition of the map pool, and I mean we saw it last week. Definitely interesting plays that can be done on this map.
But not necessarily the standard comp that we saw played last week. It was a Astra, Yoru, Sova, Cypher, ISO on one side,
Oh,
and a Yoru, Jet, Cypher, Sova, Omen on the other.
yeah,
Which,
we had some weird combinations that ended up really working though.
yeah, it definitely did, but I don't think. I mean, based on what I've seen from professional play, not the meta whatsoever. But you don't have to play the meta here in collegiate. Do what works for you. Sometimes you just gotta find the agent combinations that just really help boost each other up, and sometimes it can be a little cheesy, but you can't really prepare for these matchups incredibly well. There's not VODs to review or anything like that, so you can get away with it.
Yeah, I mean, just finding what works for you and really using that to your advantage. And I mean, you try to your best to combat the other team, but at this level, you really can't guess what the other team is going to pick.
Yeah. Well, we've seen some examples of that in the past, specifically like Sunset. A lot of the time we saw people locking Cypher, expecting a Neon coming out from the other side, and then instantly getting counterpicked by a Raze being picked. We don't get to see the agent selection on both sides. I don't know. I don't think we do. So you just have to kind of guess what these formats are, and I think rather than trying to counterplay, you just pick what you're comfortable on and what you know your team can execute well with. I
Yeah,
mean, on Ascent, it's kind of bread and butter. You know exactly what everyone's going to play. So we'll see how they adjust when going into Abyss.
yeah, I mean, it's still so new, and while there is some sort of meta for professional leagues at this level, it really can be just what you're comfortable with, especially on a map such as Abyss that is so unique in how it's played and how you have to adjust to the circumstances of being able to fall off the edge or, being able to be pushed off the edge through different util. It's just really you really have to adjust and therefore be comfortable with who you're playing instead of trying to combat the other team.
Absolutely agreed. Well, something I'm definitely expecting to come back this next map is the Sova. Sova's basically played in every team comp imaginable on Abyss. And we saw two fantastic Sova players in map one. I mean, we highlighted the insanity from Sympathy, getting 3Ks and just looking fantastic. But we have to also highlight, yes, sir, was the shining star for University at Buffalo in map one.
Yeah, I mean, if you know how to play him, Sova is a really good character, a really good agent to play. I feel he's one of the strongest initiators and really should, really shines through at this level and professional levels.
I'm excited to see what they got in store. I'm gonna bring up some fun facts because we got some time to kill, and I got some comms from the teams before the stream today, and I'm hearing that Minnesota State University actually has 3 players coming back from their JV team that won their NACE conference, different league than ours, I think last year. That's Cast, Min, and Sympathy. I think Min is HCK, if I have to guess. So feeder team working their way up towards this varsity level, and they've looked really solid.
Yeah, I mean, you can really tell a winning team when you see one, and based on the plays that they had today, I think definitely see where they're coming from with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
3-1 on the year here too, and they're probably playing some better competition than they were last year in NACE. So I mean, it looks good for them.
yeah, definitely. I mean, game sense, communication all seemed on point for Minnesota State.
Just a few more minutes here. Chat, I hope you're having a great time. That was a fun map 1. I still want to see a map 3. This was Abyss. Sorry, Abyss was University at Buffalo's selection. So theoretically, this should be their strong map. They've taken off a map off the best team in this division. That's CCNY, which is something that Minnesota State failed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, there's a possibility for it to go that way. I know you really want to see Haven. Do you think
Yes.
we're going to get Haven?
I don't know. I think that maybe I'm thinking maybe it was just first game jitters and like playing on Ascent versus playing on like your own map pick. I'm really hoping for it. I think that it's definitely doable, especially with a map like Abyss. I think that they really could turn the tides with that map, and we could see a map 3.
Yeah. I think it's a bit interesting to have Abyss be your map pick since it is so new. But, I mean, they got to have something cooked up and ready, so we'll get to find out. Just looking at stat usage from champions on Abyss, and the agents you should be expecting are Omen, Sova, Cypher, Jet, and then maybe Astra instead of the Omen, and then kind of the fifth agent up in the air. It could be Gecko, could be KO. I think KO is a little bit more popular. But notably, almost none of those agents were played last week, so I don't really know what to say. I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean, I know that Gecko is a favorite due to Wingman being able to make those jumps perfectly without having to worry about making them yourself.
yeah, we saw 2 people fall off the map trying to make those jumps last week. So,
Yeah, which is less
I
than we thought. So
yeah,
yeah,
but we'll start a counter again this week. Those two I guess falling off the map incidents were pretty influential towards that match as well. So throwing your life away for free in a game like Valorant, where every single round matters and every single member of your team matters, it can be very, very, or I guess detrimental. But
yeah. I mean, in a game like Valorant, like you can bring it back even if you haven't won a round. If as long as you made it to that, you know, that 12-1 or something, you can always bring it back.
yeah,
We've seen some incredible people bring it back from what we thought was a hopeless situation.
finally here we're gonna get into agent selection. I'm ready to have my mind blown. See what they go with. All right, well, oh, a breach. I see a breach highlighted, and a breach is locked in. Okay.
Definitely interesting, but I do think that he would be useful on this map.
I think the meme potential is there to use the Rolling Thunder to throw people off the map. You can hear my observer right now chanting and cheering for it, which I'm in for content. Is that a clove? I don't think
Oh,
that would be a change of pace. We haven't seen clove played so far. No, it looks like the Astra. I don't.
yeah,
What is
definitely
what is
a
going on?
comp. It's definitely a comp.
What is Minnesota? They're cooking something. I don't know if they're. Oh,
Oh.
don't mess with me like this. Hey, we have not seen Vise at all. I would love to see it tonight. Nope, we're just debating. Okay, to me, this means that Minnesota State does not know what to play. I don't know if they have any experience on this map, but they seem a little lost.
Yeah, I mean, so far only have the jet locked in, hovering a couple different people, trying to figure out a comp.
Okay, they're just going with the meta, which is always kind of a safe bet. Don't need to change things up, especially if you're just kind of getting into things the first time. So overall, pretty standard meta picks outside of the breach. It's your second initiator. I personally like the Gecko over the breach on this map. The utility is a little bit better. I think the ultimate is a little bit better, but Gecko also recently did get nerfed.
Yeah, it's true.
Uh,
I
I
don't
guess
know.
nerfed is not necessarily the perfect word for that, but balanced.
Balanced.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do also like Echo. I think that, Wingman definitely has a place on this map with being able to make those jumps, as I said. And I think that, I mean, Thrash can really help out clear a site.
That goes there.
Yeah, A looks perfect for a Thrash to just circle around and get so much information and just cause so many problems. Thrash loves being on flat maps. And Abyss isn't necessarily the most flat map that exists out there, but it's pretty good. I mean, the sites themselves don't have a lot of elevation changes to them.
Yeah, as long as you stay out of mid, I mean, Thrash has has pretty fair game anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, looks like we're going towards A to start. Have University of Buffalo on attack. HCK trying to start pacey, and yep, there it is. Again, always finding this opening frag. First kill Demon, and he's looking for more. It's a shot away before dashing out. Starting off exactly where they left off. Aggressive defense. Long rotate over towards B. Dark Cube making his way all the way up. Doesn't have a lot of info, but feels safe for now. Sympathy tucking.
Right here.
Spot Dark. Oh, good timing. Dark Cube just sneaking past, and yeah, Zag's gonna get caught by that.
Cage trigger.
Subcan goes up heaven, and he's trying to hide himself from the bolt. That's not the dart. That's not gonna work out. So Spike's down. 4 members rotating over for Minnesota State, all playing from this. Having position to start. Zaltari is gonna slow him down with the stun.
Camera taken out.
Here comes the retake. Sympathy Heaven. Forced to the side. Memo finds an opening pick on Whiteout. Someone on the spike. Get off HCK. Sympathy.
Last player standing.
Oh gosh, it's just going back and forth. Yesar and Dark Cube make this a 2v1. HCK, oh, don't you dare. Knows exactly where Yesar is. Does he have enough time? I think he does. He might just have it.
It's gonna be close.
Clutch.
Oh my. What an absolutely fantastic round from HCK. Starting off with a bang and closing it with 2. 0.2 seconds left on the clock, and woof.
Oh, that one. Bit of a, holding your breath with that one. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think this map definitely is not Minnesota's strong suit, but they make up for it and how they know the game is played.
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a questionable decision from Yester. Kind of threw the round away. Should have stayed tucked. Had to defuse, but gave up the 1v1 and know that HCK is looking to find these at every point in time. It can just push it all the way up through a main. He doesn't find anybody this time around. Sympathy. Jump peeking. Spot, yes, sir. Bolt orbs just being farmed up. Team with the weaker economy. It's exactly what you want to be doing.
Shut down.
Nice pick from Yester on Cass. Wow. Marshall v Ghost. The Ghost wins the long range battle. I don't think that's traditionally how that's supposed to go. Guardian. Zaltaria just trying to bait, and Yester ends up going down, but it's a trade 1-for-1. You're gonna take that. CK with an out, yeah, with the Marshall doesn't miss from there. Fukuro goes down. It's tied up 3-3. Spike's gonna go down though. Good spot now for the Bulls. CK knowing exactly where Dark Cube is. Finally gets a crosshair pulled away. Oh, perfect flash from the Gecko as well.
Enemy remaining.
Allows all these players to make some space, and perfect retake. All 3 fall. And 2-0. Start for Minnesota.
Yeah, once again, I think that, just to reiterate it, like, this may not be their map, it may not be their strongest, but they know how to play the game, and they know how to work off each other. I mean, they know they're comfortable, at least, with their agents, and they know how to use it to their advantage.
Yeah, I mean, there was a perfect Gecko flash. Nobody ready for it from the Bulls. No one shot it down, and it just...
Followed up with Mosh, that
This is a nice
hit, just really being able to, having to force their hand.
Yeah, and they didn't miss their shots. I mean, they haven't been missing their shots all series. It looked fantastic. How aggressive op angle taken by HCK. Just gonna walk straight into Fukuro. Gets away with their life as well. And, oh, Zaltari is gonna want that one back. Falls to Sympathy. It's a really rough start. Great one. Grace, a great start. if you are Minnesota. I mean, this is your bonus round. Did force up an op. Already a 5v3. Cypher setups on A. Make their way towards A.
Neutralized.
Oh,
My
nice
ult is
pick
ready.
again from Yester, finding the operator. That'll relieve some of the tension.
Scanning ahead.
Looks like
I
they're
found
gonna
my
end
wire.
A, and we're gonna get spotted. Shock Dart's gonna destroy all the trips. Zag is trying to delay as much as possible. Another huge flash, catches
Spike down A.
Memo. Actually, sorry, just cleaning up everybody. The Sentinel going insane. Doing exactly what's needed, but Darkcube has an opportunity to find this 2v1. Only has 12 seconds though. Doesn't have Spike in
10
hand.
seconds left.
I think it might be over. I just opt to try to find a pick.
Last player standing.
Yeah, find sympathy, but just gotta play their life. Yeah, Memo tucking away, and it's over.
Yeah. Almost picked up the op at the end, but didn't grab it. Probably best on attacking at this point, not really wanting that operator. But I mean, really well played by Minnesota. Even towards the end there, where it got a little bit worrying. Time played perfectly and able to secure that round for 3 rounds in a row.
Yeah, they're disciplined better than
Ah, this is a nice spot.
the Bulls. Bulls should have won that pistol. We go back to it, and now since they lost it, they're down 3-0. It's exactly how map 1 started.
Yeah, I mean, yes, sir, though, able to take those long range fights that he probably shouldn't be able to win and winning them.
Yeah, again, looking like the highlight player. It's a 5-man game, and if not everybody's firing on all cylinders, it won't matter. But here's a nice, solid execute coming out from the Bulls. They find 3 on their way down to site, and it gets spiked down as well. Sympathy letting Fukuro get away, though.
Right here. Enemy mark.
And pulling off another another insane clutch. We'll see.
My ult's not ready.
Cypher Cam's gonna slow him down. Pinged out. No one's tucked. Just spam, yes sir. Cage. A little bit of cover. Only with the sheriffs. It's not super easy to spam Spike, but they're able to do it. Get one on the
Yeah.
board finally after 4 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, last round we were able to, Minnesota was able to get 4
Who's there?
rounds right off the bat, so already doing better this round, this game. Able to secure that. I mean, really that post plant setup was really solid, and just being able to pick off early those 3 players and get the numbers advantage really helped them out.
And they didn't throw away their post plant this time around, which is the main thing. They weren't just giving 1v1 opportunities, they were playing time, playing disciplined. They need to continue to do that. They want to tie this one back up. It's a split push A and B. Both going to be poked and prodded here. And HCK is going to swing aggressively with the op and finds Altaria. Doing it all series long. Been good for it almost every single time. What a difference it makes.
Revealing area.
Zag gets forced off the angle. Just going to throw Mosh to
Right there.
try to delay the plant.
Right there. Dizzy's up.
Flash comes out.
Enemy back right here.
Aldrone as well. The combo
Spike
with it.
planted.
Spike's already down. They're down a man, but now time pressure is a factor. Sir only with a Marshall. Darkcube the only player on site. I think he knows it's right there. They're gonna walk into this cage. Darkcube finds one, gets straight out by Cast. Memo finds yes sir. It's a 2v4. The defuse is starting, and great coverage from all these players. A whiteout almost found both. Didn't matter. ECK cleans it up with the operator.
Came close, but didn't see the second person defusing. I mean, just they were playing good. I said Ohio, excuse me. University of Buffalo, playing good that round, but just not enough to match out that many of Minnesota's players. Really seeing a bit of a maybe it's skill advantage or like just difference between the two teams.
Well, I think the main issue here is that Minnesota's always had a man advantage every single round. HCK just disrespects everybody and
Yeah.
just finds the opening kill. And if you have to play a 4v5,
Makes it that
90%
much
of the
harder.
time it's just so much harder. And oh my, that Cypher trip got a lot of value. Memo and HCK just find 2 players off the bat. Actually, ECK found a pick in mid with the classic. That's a little dirty. Pushed all the way up with an operator just walking forward. Doesn't matter. Actually has positioning on the flank. They're trapped here. Oh, but... Oh no, you can't be missing those shots, Altaria. That's a disaster. That should have been... GK down, but now you're stuck. GK's gonna swing this too, I bet. Yeah, sees the gun barrel. Oh, Zaltaria finds a collapse. Zag with the cleanup. It's fine. 3v1. Can Whiteout do anything here? Has to take each one at a time and no cast. Finds it.
Yeah.
Player from last round.
I mean, Zaltaria kind of had it there, didn't hit that one shot, but got it, made up for it. But I really think just allowed the two to regroup and really get back in there, pinch themselves.
Yeah.
Like allowed themselves to be pinched there, when really could have just had a bit of an escape route.
It was unfortunate.
It goes here.
Gotta have better awareness than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to point that out. That Cass split KO last map, and now he's playing Omen, and Zag is actually playing Gecko. So they switched the initiator and the controller player. And okay, GK. Unstop. I don't know what to do about this man. He's just causing so many problems, and Sympathy as well. It's falling apart. What a start to this round for Minnesota.
Last player standing.
Such a team of HZK and Sympathy on the same team seems
Yeah.
almost like bullying sometimes. The way that they're able to just clean everyone up.
I mean, at this point, you just gotta start countering HCK.
Yeah.
Because they've just walked down every single lane, uncontested, and just find the opening pick. And if they're swinging you, they're hitting you. They've won, I
Right.
think, like 90% of the first engagements they've taken. You
Yeah.
gotta do something about it. But
Yeah,
University
I
of
mean-
Buffalo just refuses to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's unpunished, just always getting those first kills and giving them that man advantage.
This time it's a 5-stack towards B. HCK is not here this time around, so maybe things will be a little bit different. We'll find out. Sympathy, though, still lying in wait.
Off your feet!
Rolling Thunder is going to clear out sight after Shock to stop the rotate through CT as well.
Right here.
Spike planted.
Here comes the retake the other way. Combo with the Flash and the Aldrone. Thrash, gonna circle around sight. Doesn't find anything though, and Siester and Zaltaria find 2 big picks. It's 3v5. They see where the next 2 players are. Mosh is gonna force Zaltaria off this angle though. Maybe finally able to walk out. Memo, something not to spam Dark Q, just waiting for the cage to go down. And it's getting a little bit messy. It's a 2v2 suddenly.
One enemy remaining.
Crow forces one off. Hunter's Fury in the hands of Yester is going to make this defusal almost impossible. Yeah, Memo's just pushing forward. Fukuro not letting that one happen. Finally, a second on the board. Feels like a little too late.
Yeah, I mean, but as we pointed out, no HZK was not on that map, not on that site, and unable to get that first pick. So, really is a massive game changer. Those first early game picks.
Yeah.
I mean, able to keep buying an operator too, like round after round. Anytime you lose it, just being able to grab it again and really hitting the majority of those shots. I mean, it's paying off.
Certainly, and I think it might one more time. Makes the correct call, looking mid. Oh, just misses. Fukuro actually finds the pick this time around. It's finally gone the opposite way. Numbers advantage now in the hands of University at Buffalo, and as I say that, Caster's Curse, Zag finds 2. My bad, chat. Well, as quickly as they had an advantage, it's disappeared. You know, maybe a little bit of
Spike
consolations get spiked down. Doesn't matter. Zag has a 3K. Oh, reposition towards heaven. It's 4. It's looking for the ace. They see where the last player is. They're flash white out. Yeah, that's it right there. Zag finds 5. First ace of the series.
And defuse makes it alt. Smash is back online too.
That's in 1 round. Flash was
Yeah.
used last round.
Wow. I mean,
That-
wow. What a play. I mean, as we've seen, Gecko is really a pretty big game changer on this map. If you can use him on this map, he's an agent to use here. Able
Yeah.
to push people out of those angles, able to flash, and you know, just so far has been pretty uncontested in terms of his util.
Yeah, Zaltaria's util is supposed to slow down them on these retakes. It just doesn't seem to be working at all. The Gecko, though, Zag, every flash seems to get impacted instantaneously, and obviously, if you're hitting an ace, your gun's doing some work as well. So it's been perfect, again, from the side of Minnesota State. I've been kind of glazing them all series long, I guess, but it's not been close. And HCK doing what they do best. Another opening pick with the operator, just walking out A main. Dry swing after dry swing. Well, it's a 3v4. Numbers advantage. Oh, that jump peek from HCK causes some hesitation. They're really trying to go after him now. Reach flashes everywhere, but oh my, that was almost a collide. He finds 3.
Enemy remaining.
Oh my gosh, HCK, please stop it. Just stop with the classic finally, Fukuro. Thank you. It would have been a little bit too embarrassing. He's going to pick up the operator here, but it's a 1v3. HCK just getting
30
so
seconds
much
left.
value round after round. And yeah, that's going to clean it up, Zag. Timing the swing perfectly with his teammate, and yeah, oof indeed.
Yeah, I mean, you were saying you've just been feeling like you've been glazing Minnesota State, but when they're playing the way they are,
Yeah.
it's hard not to. I mean, play after play just seems to be working for them, and like hitting shot after shot. I mean, with a player like HCK, can you really not glaze them?
No, I mean, I don't know. It feels like you can't because HCK
Yeah.
just seems to find kill after kill, opening kill, even, and oh, almost got another here. Finally, they're trying to get ready for it. Breach stun comes out, but somehow gets away with their life. And honestly, University of Buffalo's a little bit lucky that Fukuro didn't go down. It was like a pixel away of being a shot through the wall.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Still, they have no space to make up for all that utility they just used. There's a flash and a stun. Fukuro trying to find cast, but whiffs every single bullet. So mid push seems like the strategy. Drone's gonna come through, gonna find Cast. Cast has to sit behind this pillar now. Good flash to buy some time, and gonna reposition up high. Dark Cube trying to lurk all the way through B. Has a decent timing. Yes, sir's gonna find Cast as well. They have a little bit of room to work with. B, good trade. HCK finds Altaria though on the back of that. Ooh, Omen ult to get away from the Thrash, and Fukuro and Dark Cube making some progress. White out. Dark Cube. Have a free B site. Plant going up on this ledge.
Spike planted.
It's where they've put it every single round, and it's worked twice.
Always get scared when people are making those jumps.
Yeah. It's a very aggressive play here from the Cypher. Dark Cube just trying to find
Enemy
a
remaining.
gap, and yeah, there it is. Okay, just gonna play absolutely flawless. Gets one, gets out. It's gonna rejoin Whiteout. This is smart. Zag flashed on Spike, gonna get spammed down, and yeah, that's exactly how you convert that. University of Buffalo, get a third. Took a lot of work, but it was a different look from them. They actually
Yeah.
tried to force ACK off an angle, and it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, got them low pretty early on. I mean, still able to get a kill later, but I mean, probably shaking that confidence just a little bit. You know, knowing that someone can combat you, at least somewhat.
Yes, this should do.
See if they can continue to make some progress in that matchup. HGK is going to be here one more time. Again with the operator, I feel like always has one, even if they lose a round. It's just because they have that much of an economic advantage. This was the last round and a half. It would be big here for the Bulls. HCK moves a swing and finds, yes sir. It's just too easy every time. And just a reset. Bulls in shock. Mavericks happy to be here one more time.
I got the spike.
Cage triggered.
Finding that numbers
Right here.
advantage
Enemy
once
tag,
again.
Right here.
Yeah, all that space taken up for mid 2 has to be just given up.
Off your feet!
Rolling Thunder's gonna go onto an empty B site. Altaria caught with util out. Yeah, Zag's not gonna miss that. And Sympathy finds the mid lurk as well. It's a 5v2. Spike's down, but how much is it gonna matter? Dark Cube finds one. Positions are gonna be downloaded by the Cypher.
Here.
Last player standing.
Ooh, it's 13 HP on Fukuro. Finds one on Memo. Knives from HCK though. Better than the knives in the hands of Fukuro. 9-3 half.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the 9-3 curse still potentially in
Switching
play.
sides.
You know, I mean, this was their map pick. Maybe they'll bring it back on this side. You know, they didn't get to pick which side they wanted to be on, so maybe they're just better at defense.
Well, hopefully. I think Abyss is kind of more of a defense-sided map from what I've heard. Maybe I'm wrong.
I
Could
mean,
be
from what we've
completely-
seen so far.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily entirely over.
Not yet. It's not over till it's over.
No, it's not over till it's over. HCK is making it difficult, let me tell you.
True, it's true. I think that it's an uphill battle for sure. And I feel like it'd be an uphill battle even if only because HCK is on the other team.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to give disrespect to all 5 players
Of course.
from this Minnesota State squad are playing such in-sync Valorant together. The util combinations have been great.
Of course, of course. I mean, Sympathy, you know, keep calling out Sympathy, but
Yeah.
Zag this time on Gecko as well. Like, util has been unmatched.
Yeah. Well, it's 4 towards A, 1 lurking up mid. Yes, sir. Trying to cover this gap. HCK seeing the long range fight, and then we find with Zag to find Fukuro. Good double swing from them. And no trade in response. Looks like they're going to call a rotate over towards B. The right play to make. Numbers are leaning towards this A site. Still have to worry about that Cypher utility, but it's only pistol round. It's only just going to be that trip. And Sympathy finding a pick, and yes sir on mid. It's not a great start. Oh my. Yeah, okay. Memo getting a little too aggressive, just pushing really fast and heavy in the mid. Luckily that one
Spike
caught out.
planted.
Tag.
Spike's down.
Here.
Oh, HCK, don't do it. Oh,
Ooh.
a little sketchy.
Cage triggered.
Taria still goes down.
Last player standing.
Wide swing from Dark Cube. Sympathy finds 3. Just said his name a few seconds ago. Gets a 3K in the pistol round. They're 3 rounds away from winning this series.
Yeah, I mean, incredible plays we've seen from Minnesota State, and just, I mean, continuously exceeding expectations You know, got a little greedy there towards the middle, but able to pull it
This goes
all the
here.
way there. I mean, I don't know. I really don't. I feel like they're just such a solid team, and kind of pick up where University of Buffalo is lacking just a bit.
Yeah. Also seeing that University of Buffalo is playing way more conservative. They're not pushing players up until they have information, rather than just trying to take those first engagements. Okay, weird idea from HCK, but I'm not going to judge. Zaltaria with a judge finds one on HCK, though. That's funny. Oh, that mosh pit might get a lot of value. No, high ground taken. It's good map awareness. Knowing where to go.
Good movement too.
The force working out pretty well for University of Buffalo. Judge spam into the smoke, finds some damage. Fukuro goes down to the sheriff. Smoke goes down. Zag, nice shot. Puts them within one player, but they still haven't been able to break out onto site. Cass worried about flank. There's nobody there, but he doesn't know that. Now with Marshall in hand, be enough to take down
30 seconds left.
both these players at this point. Yes, sir, as well. It's going to be tough.
Going out. Shadows traveling.
Last player
A little bit of
standing.
space goes down to yes, sir. Cass is walking out, trying to make something happen. It's not going to. So, force buy working for University of Buffalo. They needed it badly.
Yeah, I mean, breaking that streak, able to get that up a little bit, you know, making sure it doesn't reach that 11 point. I mean, worked out really well. And I mean, as we saw that, as you said, good map awareness, and I really think movement there as well. Like that was
Yeah.
a bit of a risky jump, you know, holding up there could have fallen off, but able to get to that high ground. I would never have remembered that was there to use,
Yeah.
honestly.
High pressure situation, but
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely see that this is their map to pick. They know it, at the very least.
yeah, well, it's unfortunately not showing up on the scoreboard yet. But maybe that's all they needed. They just needed that one round. A little bit better guns in hand. Zag, start this execute. A flash on the site. Dark Cube sitting in their cage, and a player right above them. Yes, sir, finds ACK, but Memo finds two in return. Dark Cube with a stinger. It's a little bit of value, and Whiteout
One enemy remaining.
looking to find both. He does. It's a 1v1. Memo with a Vandal in hand. Whiteout, or sorry, yes, sir. Just sticks it too long. Memo with a 4K. What you definitely really needed for the
Yeah.
Bulls.
I mean, just really fast round that round. Able to get on site, push on site fast, plant, and then even the retake, kind of, you know, able to get there.
Yeah,
You
it
can
was-
feel it. You can really feel the tension and even the desperation from University at Buffalo, wanting those rounds.
Oh yeah, they definitely need it. They're down 7, and again, they're on series point. It's only a best of 3. They need this. They don't want to have a losing record. They're in 4th place. Everything matters going into playoffs. We have a week or 2 left at this point. CK's just absolutely hounding W King in the backside, and oh my, what a shot! Finds Fukuro.
Spike planted.
Are you even surprised at this point? Doing it all game long. Finds Saltaria as well. Reign of Terror not stopping. Finally ended by Dark Cube. Memo
Last player standing.
gonna find 2. Yeah, there it is. It's 1v4. I don't know if Whiteout's got this in him. No, he does not. Sympathy gonna bring him down. They're 1 round away from winning the series.
Match point.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just HCK remaining unpunished, but you know, even when he goes down, his teammates just picking it up right where he left off.
Yeah, I mean, 4 players on a team with double digits.
Yeah, I mean, just really, really good gameplay. This is from Minnesota. These players know the game, they know their skills, and they use every part of it to their advantage.
Yeah, it's been smart aggression. You know, there's been some wild swings, but always followed up when needed. Oh my gosh, you can't just be Dry swing in HCK like that. It's not worked at any point in the series, and it didn't work then. So, suddenly, 3v5. 2v5. Yeah, this is going to probably end for Buffalo, unless Fukuro do something here. No, goes down. That's going to wrap it up. Flawless round 10. Knock
Attackers win.
out the Bulls. And Minnesota State University Mankato win
Yeah.
this one in dominant 2-0 fashion.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, this team really, really impressed me. I'll be honest. Just, I feel, I don't know. There have been a lot of all the teams we've casted for have been really, really good. You know, haven't even made it to a third match
Yeah.
yet, and still not able to. But something about Minnesota State really, I don't know. Just I feel like their playing style is just incredible. They really know this game. They know
Yeah,
what they're doing.
we got to see that, you know, 3 of these players have played with each other for a bit of time now, and you can see that synergy on in the server.
Yeah.
They were the swinging, the calls, everything was almost perfect, and it's what led to their success. And obviously, some fantastic performances from Sympathy in the first map and HCK in the second really dictated how things went. But oh my, they look really good. They're in a 4-1 record now, second place in their division, tied with Purdue, but they have a win over Purdue, so they have that head-to-head, giving them that second place advantage. And yeah, that they're looking pretty locked in for playoffs now.
Yeah, I mean, I think they definitely have a really good shot. I mean, they did lose to I got excuse me. They did lose before, but unable.
CCNY,
Yeah,
I would
CCNY. Excuse me. Sorry.
I believe it's City College, New York, or something like that
Yeah.
along those lines. Which they're an undefeated team in their division right now.
So I mean, you know, a little bit of worry there, but if they play the way they did today, just able to, you know, get reads on the other team like that and really be able to work together. And I mean, HTK with those
Yeah.
those first, you know, first bloods, first kills, most rounds, and really getting that man advantage. Just, I don't know. I mean, it was only the second, you know, second game of the series, so very, you know, could have been a little warm up, you know, not quite used to it yet, you know, new players on the team. But I mean, I don't know. I think they definitely have a shot at winning this year.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do going into playoffs. But for now, that's going to be all from us. It's another great week of Valorant. It was a very fun, exciting matchup between Minnesota State University and University of Buffalo. But we're going to have to say goodbye and good night. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Again, tune in tomorrow. We got more ECAC action coming your way. Rocket League. It's going to be a fun one there. So make sure you tune in. That's going to be all from me. Wes, you got anything to add?
Yeah, thanks for watching. Really fun game. Thank you.